Good morning, everybody. This is Coach Davis. I want to start today off with a quote of the day. I'm going to start each video off with a different quote that I just feel will provide us some motivation, some inspiration, hopefully moving forward each day. I need that for myself, and hope that you guys will enjoy them as well. So today's quote comes from Nelson Mandela, and he said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." And if you go back and read a little bit and learn a little bit about Nelson Mandela, you'll realize how powerful of a statement that is coming from him. But I feel like in our current situation, it's very applicable to us. You can't ever stop learning, whether we're in the classroom or whether we're meeting virtually or you're learning on your own once you graduate. I hope that you begin to embrace a passion for learning and continuing to grow and to better yourself, because learning never stops regardless of what you're doing. So I hope that will give you a little inspiration moving forward for today and this week. So kind of an overview of what we got going on this week for each class. I'm going to start with second block, health and PE. You guys are going to start on your first health unit today, which is personal and consumer health. You're going to be starting on your first aid guides. Okay, you're going to be going to the Mayo Clinic website. And on that website, there are 55 different injuries and illnesses that are listed on that website. You need to pick 25 of those 55 to create your own first aid guide about. So pick what you believe are the 25 most important. The whole idea of this project is for it to be practical, something that you can actually use in the real world. First aid is one of those things where you never know when you're going to need to know it. But in that emergency situation, you better know what's going on. So something that you can have handy, maybe on your phone or maybe in the glove compartment of a car, something that you can have close by and pull out to be able to take a look at, and it's easy to read, easy to understand. So all that information is going to be posted on the Google Classroom. I'm going to give you a little shot here of an example of what this needs to look like. Okay, you need to format this on a Google Doc, probably would be your best option. You might even be able to use Google Sheets, or if you want to handwrite your notes and take a picture to be able to email to me, I don't have a problem with that. Whatever's the most practical thing for you. But I'm going to turn the camera around here so you can see kind of what we got. Okay, on this first aid guide, you can see you need 3 columns. The column on the left is going to list the name of the injury. The middle column is going to show the signs and symptoms. And then the right-hand column is going to be the treatment. So what you need to do as the first aid responder. Okay. Now, obviously, that guide goes a whole lot further. They list their 25 that were necessary. It's a great example of one that has been done in the past. So you kind of have a good idea of what that should look like. You need all of those columns filled out, very detailed, and listing everything that needs to be on there, so that anybody, just Joe Schmo off the street could go grab your first aid guide and know how to handle one of these emergency situations. Okay, you've got today through all week to work on that, and it is due on Friday. It's going to take some time because you're going to have to look through that website and figure out the information that you need and then put that on your own first aid guide. So you've got the week to work on that. Of course, I'll check in with you each day to make sure you're keeping up with what you need to have, and then that needs to be turned in, emailed to me by Friday, or turned in on Google Classroom by Friday. Let's see, for Lifetime Sports, we are going to start on our golf unit. On Google Classroom, you guys, your golf notes will be posted there. Now, this is important. You need to go through, and you are keeping your own notebook for your notes. Okay, of course, this is just like if we were in a classroom and I was projecting these notes up onto the board and walking through them with you. Obviously, we don't have that ability. So you will have my slideshow that I typically show in the classroom going through. You need to take notes on your own. I don't care if you handwrite them or if you type them into a document and want to send those to me, but your notebook's got to be kept up to date, and they'll be turned in at the end of each unit. So make sure that you have those in some type of document format that you can send in. They have to be your own notes. You can't just copy and paste these things, because you got to know the information, not just have it written down so that you can turn it in. You actually have to know how to play golf. You actually have to know the rules and etiquette and the equipment used, all that kind of stuff. There will be a test next week, and all the questions on the test come directly from the notes. So the better notes that you take and turn in, the better job that you'll do on your tests, which count for a pretty significant portion of your grade. Other thing for Lifetime Sports is our first off-campus tutoring session will be this Thursday at Ashboro Mini Golf. Ashboro Mini Golf on South Fayetteville Street, not far from the school building. That will be Thursday from 12:30 to 1:30. Okay, you have to meet us there. Got to provide your own transportation. Obviously, that's around lunchtime. You have to figure that out yourself. It costs $3 a person, and we get to play. All we can play mini golf for 1 hour. Went out there last year. The guy that runs the place is a really good guy and has given us a good deal for our group to go out there and have a good time. So Thursday from 12:30 to 1:30 will be our first off-campus tutoring session. Of course, that's not required. That is up to you as to whether you show up to that or not. That's your choice, but I'll be out there playing a little putt-putt. Finally, basketball class. Okay, you guys, you need to start on your own notebook. And again, that kind of depends on how you want to do it. If you want to handwrite these things out, if you want to create a virtual playbook, whatever most suits you and makes the most sense to you, I want you to use. I have several videos that I'm going to post on Google Classroom. Today, we're just going over base offenses. Okay, what you need to know about base offenses, that is basically what we always revert to. Okay, anytime we come down and we don't have a specific play called or anything like that, we always just simply run a base offense. And those base offenses, we've got a zone base offense. We have a base offense against a man-to-man. We always run our secondary break early offense is what we call that. So today we're just going over our base offenses. Okay, so we're not going to get too detailed. We'll work our way through each day with those. So today you need to watch some of those video clips, begin working on your own virtual or handwritten playbooks that you have an idea of each of those those base offenses for today. We'll get into more detailed set plays and defenses and stuff as we go through the week. So if you have any other questions or anything, of course, send me an email. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns, and we'll get started. You guys are all three classes are basically working on these items through the week, and they'll be turned in on Friday. So hope you have a great Monday.